My name is Heyki and I am a comedian and activist from Ireland. And I find myself in the Global Samud Flotilla at the end, I suppose, of trying to use anything I can to raise awareness about the horrors that are going on in Palestine. I've used my satire. I suppose I've lost a lot of work. I've lost a lot of opportunities to advocate for Palestine, but I'm very happy to do that. I've marched. I've been part of groups that have set up, I thought, significant direct actions. As I say, I've used my platform, I've used satire, but it hasn't changed things materially on the ground. And so I got to a point of complete desperation and just bewilderment with my government and governments around the West generally, that they're letting this man-made starvation go on, they're letting this extermination go on. And not only are they letting it going on, they are still arming Israel, they are still providing diplomatic cover for Israel. So in a moment of pure desperation, that I think now has morphed into solidarity with substance, I joined the flotilla because I thought to myself, if my government won't lift a finger and do anything of substance to change the material situation on the ground in Gaza, then we as civilians are going to take matters into our own hands. It is simply an illegal occupation. It is simply an apartheid state. And so because I think I'm Irish, I have maybe a natural deep connection with the Palestinian cause. I grew up in a country, not so much in the south, but particularly in the north, where you will see as many Palestine flags as you will Ireland flags. For me, Ireland is Palestine, Palestine is Ireland, and I have a deep and genuine love and connection with a land that unfortunately I haven't been to yet. I've come as close as the border with Lebanon and I've seen it. My connection to it is as strong with my own country because I just know that it is simply a matter of right and wrong. It is the most just cause. And I feel if people don't support Palestine, they don't support their own humanity. They don't support their own souls, because it's not just Gaza that we're fighting for now. We're fighting for our own human dignity and our own souls. You know, I feel very excited. I had the privilege of sitting with Chief Mandela the other night as he spoke about the South African fight for liberation, which again was a just cause. And the whole world eventually got behind it. It was a slow process and it needed buy-in from allies around the world, and he made that so clear. You know, I'm so proud of my own country, which played a significant role in the boycott, divestment of South African goods. A friend of mine, Mary Manning, refused to handle South African goods from a shop. She was just a kid. She was like 19 or 20. She refused to handle South African grapefruit, and that sparked a boycott movement in Ireland and across Europe. And I feel we're at a point now, a bit like the South African apartheid case, where the dial has changed. There's enough global support for Palestine now, and I absolutely fully believe that Palestine will be free in my lifetime. Because, as Chief Mandela said the other night, it just takes the will, it just takes the energy of governments and civil society to say, this occupation is wrong. You don't own this land, you have stolen this land. So if right is right, and according to international law and the UN and morality, basic morality, you need to leave this land because it's Palestinian land. And so we can always undo theft. And in this case, there has been a massive theft with the support of the global community, and that's the injustice that we're fighting for, and I believe we will win. And no, sorry, I believe Palestinians will win. We will support them as they win.